Stardate 54555. Captain Ray has encountered Lieutenant Magnus aboard the stolen Saber class, the USS Cordoba. Lieutenants Commander Bain and Jackson drift somewhere among the stars, awaiting rescue in EVA suits. And Dr. now Commander Ryan crawls through a derelict Derridex class with a child who has seen and suffered far too much. The worries and chores of attending to their assigned world and station have become more distant memory as the wreckage of the USS Artemis drifts and tumbles. And we'll actually cut to a certain I have commander listed there for some ungodly reason. Oop. Let's change that. Because they made captain a while ago. Boop. So, Captain Ray, you were beamed aboard the Cordoba near the wreckage of the Artemis to meet a bridge staffed by holograms, Dr. Lieutenant Magnus, alongside a black-colored other hologram.
Okay, this is the thing. Report. What the hell happened? What's going on? Magnus, what are you doing here?
I saw there was a distress call, so I came to investigate. But as that's taken care of, I guess we can return.
I'm not exactly sure where we can return to.
Oh, I marked a nice Ferengi vessel. I'm gonna steal it so I can go into hiding.
And what, you're just gonna give your life to piracy?
It's better than being kidnapped and murdered. But no, I'll turn the ship into a lab and continue my work.
Nice thing for you to say. I'm not even sure or who I can trust in the Federation anymore.
Hence the fear of kidnap and murder. We've already survived 2 separate attempts.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Just turn my back on the entire Federation and save my own? Or do we go down fight?
I don't need to die. Also, we're very small pieces of the puzzle. I'm not sure what you think you can do without a ship.
Ship. Gave me a ship I could barely keep it together for 2 years.
Well, while you ponder, we can continue. Helm, return to the Orion planet.
Are there any other psychic presences on board? Or is it just that's me and Magnus and a bunch
Just
of
you,
hollow
just you and Magnus right now.
fun?
I mean, you'd be able to see all the other holograms.
Yeah, but I can't see them, so they're not real.
That's insulting.
no more real to me than holograms.
Doctor, it would seem that there's a starship approaching us at high warp.
Which one is that one?
It would look to be a Nebula class. USS Star Chaser, I think?
Do I know of that ship?
Insight con, difficulty of 2. Oh, 1, sorry.
How many people are on board that ship, GM?
A Nebula class would normally have like 500 to 1,000.
Would
Yeah.
you say it's closer to the 500 number? Because that would be convenient. Please.
Hold on. Around 720 people.
So
Focus in tactics.
Sure.
how long would that take? Would that take? Because I can do like 500 people in one go, I think. Because that was the size of the Ferengi ship. So would this take like 2 rounds, or?
Well, you need at least 2 beams, yeah, to get the whole lot of them.
So is that like 10 minutes, or is that like?
Oh, to build it? It'd take a while.
No,
Not
I already-
nearly as long.
I already transformed the ship.
Yeah.
So
You
to
are a
beam
mad
them-
lad.
To beam them with the 2 beams would take like 10 minutes, like 20 minutes?
It would take 2 rounds, effectively, of beaming. Because you'd mass beam everybody, although you'd drain the ship dry doing it. You gain some momentum. Yeah, you're familiar with the Star Chaser. It is captained by one Captain Sky Morgan. She's part of one of the. She's part of the internal fleet for the 10th. So the one that kind of hangs around Starbase 21 to kind of make sure to help it if it gets in trouble in the surrounding star bases.
And we're near Starbase 21, so it's not unusual for them this far out.
You're at the edge of the 10th Fleet's operational area, but then again, the 10th Fleet has extended itself across the entire Federation, so who the hell knows where the 10th goes anymore?
Huh, yeah.
I low-key want to steal that ship.
Maybe we don't have to.
I'm not
Maybe
gonna
we
say
don't
that
have to
out
steal
loud.
it. Any indication? Well, they're coming at us at high warp, so obviously we're here. Let's at least talk to them, I suppose.
The Magnus will look at you and kind of smile and say, yes, you can talk to them. Here, sit in the captain's chair. And then I'm gonna
Magnus,
walk over the pad controls on the bridge.
Magnus, what are you trying to do?
Doctor,
Oh,
am I to obey the orders of Captain Ray?
Let's hold off on switching command structures around. Let's just keep it as it was for right now.
I can sense your mischief.
No, you can't. I'm a hologram.
Not you, him.
Oh.
It's mischief that will save us if things go badly.
Okay, well, let's save that until things do go badly. Let's not start wars by firing first.
Do you sit the chair there, Captain?
Sure.
I assume we're to wait for the Star Chaser, Doctor? One of the holograms asks as they look over at you, not Captain Ray.
Which
Yes.
model of hologram is it? So I know how many freaky twin faces I'm staring at.
It seems to be a generic model that doesn't match the normal outfit. So he put some other image in the heads, which it's some generic humanoid face. We haven't really discussed.
So it's not. So it's not 50 versions of Andy Dick. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was like it was a famous lounge singer.
Oh, I thought you deleted that one.
I don't remember.
That one you deleted. Like, why are you popular? Now go with something else. He's like, this is like some famous, this is like some holo novel character that a lot of people like.
Okay. So I'm vaguely familiar with it. Is that Vic Fontaine?
No, that was the previous model. We are far superior to that lounge singer.
I don't get with the lounges much.
Helm, go ahead and bring us to a halt and bring down the shields and well, I guess for the captain you can throw out a version of your choice of song.
So the song being that I am acting as the captain, but I'm not really the captain. Because technically we're both still in Starfleet, and I can't pull rank. I don't remember resigning.
The Star Chaser drops out of warp. Launching 2 runabouts.
You want to hail them?
Hail the Star Chaser.
Whoop, you can't see the auras. That's important. Your ship tries to hail them. Whoops, that's the wrong sheet. There we go. Well, they manage. You get 1 momentum. Channel open.
This is Captain Leandris Ray, a temporary command of the USS Cordoba. Please respond.
The Star Chaser seems to Star Chaser's holding position. Looks like the 2 runabouts are on approach. Shield still up.
Status of the runabouts.
Shields up. No power on. No weapons powered. They seem to be on intercept course for us. Seem to be configured for. I'm not making a lot of sense of these readings. These have modules, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
what module
it has
are they
one of
packing?
those. Oh, for 1 momentum, they'll answer.
1 momentum.
Oh, that's neat. They have their attack modules installed.
Shield up. Yellow alert.
Do they have their shields up?
Yes, they do.
The Nebula does?
Yep.
Nebula and the runabouts. Hail them again.
Get 2 momentum. There they go. Okay, 2 threat.
Do we still have a lineup of them?
Yeah. On screen appears a human woman, dark hair, short, in captain's uniform. I'm Captain Sky Morgan of the USS Star Chaser. Your vessel has been reported stolen from the Utopia Planitia shipyards. I'm on orders of Admiral Arduk Sinafar of Starbase 21 to detain your ship. You are come to a halt, bring down your shields, and prepare to be boarded.
I look over Magnus.
I told you people were trying to kill me. Our shields are down. You're free to beam us off so that you can secure the ship.
Oh, sorry. That's right, never mind. Someone said shields up, but someone isn't actually the captain of the ship.
I would like my shields to be up, please.
My mistake, Cordova. I thought your shields were up. I do have a question, though. Why exactly have you stolen the Cordoba?
You would have to ask Dr. Magnus is here.
I think I'm not comfortable sharing it over comms, but once we're safely in a place on your ship where you can interview us, I'll inform you. It's
insight check on Magnus.
it's not lying.
He's not lying. Although one can easily say without rolling that he is still standing beside one of the many transporter pads, like the one in the middle of the bridge.
We will comply to your orders, if only to guarantee the safety of the fleet and the Federation.
Oh, I think we'll comply fully. There doesn't have to be any additions.
Very well.
Magnus, step away from the consoles. Power down all non-essential all systems. Prepare to hand over command codes.
Well, I expect your compliance within the next few minutes. Our runabout should be docking with you shortly. My chief of security will ensure the handover of your ship.
Do know that we are doing this peaceably, and we're not offering any resistance.
So noted. Although this will look, you will have to explain this to Starfleet security by the end of this. This is very unorthodox behavior, Captain Ray. Starfleet Command doesn't appreciate its ships being stolen from shipyards.
This is a very unorthodox situation.
She glances around at the various clones of people, looks at the pad, looks at Magnus. I gathered that, yes. Star Chaser out.
Cordoba out.
They have to bring shields down to dock, don't they?
Yeah.
How long can you hold someone in a transporter relay before they can't be beamed?
In theory, there's that one time we did it for 70 years, but Scotty was involved.
Insight, medicine, engineering, difficulty 2 to get the answer to that. I shall mark these as runabout red, runabout blue, so I don't confuse them.
Transporters and replicators?
Yes.
Take a threat.
Sure. Hold on. I have to look something up.
Oh, I forgot something.
You would. I don't know.
Could I get an empathic impression on Captain Sky?
Insight command difficulty 2.
Threat for bold, focus in psionic, or cultural studies?
I'll take either, actually.
Reroll both zeros. No, I can only reroll one. So reroll one. Is she being honest with us?
Yeah, she's identified herself appropriately. You get no feeling off of her of deceit. Concern is the main emotion at the moment. Caution.
Concern, earn is appropriate. Caution, and I wouldn't expect anything from a Starfleet captain. Okay, so she's not planning on anything sketchy yet.
One of the runabouts begins docking. Oops.
Is there
Well, with one of the airlocks rather than your shuttle bay because they can't land in your shuttle bay. They're too big.
what was the information from the inside engineering check?
Oh, yes. You could, without having to monitor it, you could probably let them sit there for like 6 hours in the transporter buffers. After that, a transport engineer or tech has to be there monitoring it and adjusting it to make sure there's no degradation.
Okay.
The other one starts docking. And they begin unloading their personnel onto the ship. Well, what few there are, because they're not passengers, they were set up for fighting. Doctor, they are boarding us at this moment.
That I messaged you my plan.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no.
I'm gonna hold us in limbo, and then once their shields go down, I'm gonna hopefully have a trigger set up with the sensors so that when they drop shields, the switcheroo happens or starts.
So what I'll do is I'll treat this because essentially you're setting up a trap. I'll have you roll opposed versus their security to see if they figure out what you're trying to do, because they're gonna walk on the ship and be like, "Where did they go?" There's a lot of transporter pads here for some reason. If they don't get it, then they'll just tell Nebula everything's fine. There's just a bunch of transporters here. We don't know where they went. Or they'll go, "Hey, wait a minute." Something fishy's going on. So it's going to be your daring engineering versus their insight security. Essentially, what's going on here. Because the security teams on the runabouts are going to clear the ship to make sure it's safe for the command ship to come in.
Testing a theory and theory into practice.
I'll take it because you have been working on this for the last, week, as I recall. Not this plan, but you've been messing with the transporters for a while.
So I have 1 up and I get an additional D20.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take. No, I won't spend anything. Transporters and replicators.
Yes.
And at this point where Magnus say, I solemnly swear I'm up to no good.
2, 3. Buying all the dice. Good luck, guys. Boop. The starship doesn't help. It's just a straight up crew roll. Oh no, that's a terrible roll.
So I beat him by 4, not counting the complication.
Oops.
Yeah, we max out.
So you have 2 floats. Is there anything you wish to do with that float?
We only have 1 float because I don't think you took away the. Oh, I didn't spend momentum. That's right. I got the dice for free.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, you're setting up an advantage.
The advantage that it links in with the transporters of the runabout, so we can, I don't know, save a couple of seconds or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that would help. We that's like 12 more people when we're already doing 500 at once, and there'll be another 250 left on the ship, so I don't think that'll help. An advantage to say that we go over as they're coming over, so after the first beam there'll be 500 people on the Cordoba, and then there'll be me, Ray, and the android's belt on the Starfinder with 250 people.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we still have to do. It still has to go through one more cycle, so we'll have to hold on for a second. But
Ray, you notice Magnus is messing with the controls. Insight engineering difficulty of 2. Actually, no, I take that back because he's fooling. He might be fooling you as much as anyone else. Difficulty looks to be like 5. If you want to notice what Magnus is doing and understand what he's programming into that machine, because he's making a concerted effort to make sure it's not immediately obvious what he's doing. Not just it's less targeted at you and more to make sure security doesn't go, hey, wait a minute.
Magnus, I hate you. I need an adult. And it's engineering, which is my low stat. And I have no. Would diffuse the tension because I'm trying. Nope, I'm not even trying to talk to him to not resort to violence. Because I don't know what he's doing. I don't know that he's attempting violence. Screw it. I don't want to be caught in transport buffer. I'm just rolling this raw.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on.
No momentum or threat is gained because it's 2 friendlies rolling at each other. So, 1 minute you're talking, the holograms, Magnus is working at something, and then you are beamed away somewhere.
And I do that at Star Trek. Son of a bitch!
And that's the end of the scene. As the Star Chaser as security teams will start sweeping the ship, and eventually the Star Chaser will start getting closer. As you're checking with 2 other people who are who are doing great right now.
It's very comfy up here. It's boss.
Yep. You know, it's quiet. It's very quiet.
Yes. And dark.
Maybe. Yeah, it's very dark. Well, we were in open space, weren't we? We weren't in a system.
Nope. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, it's very dark. Do we have tricorders?
Yes.
I mean, it's as dark as the sky, so.
Yeah. Well. Any
Okay.
ideas?
How much of the ship is left? Of our ship?
Klingon ships are very good at demolishing themselves to ensure they're not no one gets to steal their stuff. And Kelka crystals blow up nice and wet, nice. So you had explosion upon explosion. You're actually quite surprised you two weren't atomized in the explosion. Actually, no, you guys jumped in it. You guys were in a launch. So
Yeah.
you actually,
Yeah,
right.
we weren't in it. Okay. So well, and with that in mind, I think we're just playing Uno.
Yep.
I want to find what's left of the captain's chair and just like sit in it.
Wait, we have
Float.
two distress beacons, right? One from me and one from him.
Yep.
I think so. And we boosted the range as much as we could last session.
Well, maybe we can try and get one of them to work as a subspace radio. Oh, that's
Oh,
probably a
do
better
that.
idea.
I'll assist you. I should open my character sheet.
So should I. Focus in astrophysics.
Yes.
I've scanned stuff before, so would testing a theory and theory into practice come into play here?
I won't take that now.
I had to try.
It's worth trying, yep.
I'll use a momentum for an extra dice, just in case.
That'll depend. What is it? Reason sight. Yep, I'm gonna be a help.
Okay. So yeah, you have your tricutter on basically passive scan mode, trying to sweep the nearby space area to see if any ships, to detect other ships in the area, because you're making a tricutter do the job of a ship. But you've got it programmed in. If a ship does come near you, your tricutter will ping you. In the first sweep, you detect no starships in your area.
What's the current range on our distress beacon? What are we talking? Like,
Wait,
It would actually reach. I would say, out of fairness, it would reach at least throughout your sector. So the problem is you're not near a populated sector, so
Yep,
you have to
that's
hope,
the
but
problem.
you have to
Yeah,
hope
but
that someone's passing through.
aren't we? We're next to a trade lane, though.
we're in a trade lane, aren't we?
Are you?
Between the
Yeah,
Shackleton and the Klingons and the Romulans.
Are you
Isn't that a
sure?
trade lane?
That we.
Cough.
no.
2 momentum. Cough.
Okay, yes. Cough to momentum.
Yep.
It's trade lane.
Okay, sure. I'll take that advantage. Yeah, you're in a trade lane, so
A
yeah, you
Federation trade lane.
shouldn't expect to wait too long. But you have to wait till somebody sees you and happens to be passing through.
What's our oxygen status?
Yeah.
You should last about average EVA is around a week,
Oh, okay.
assuming no calamity or such.
So we have to stay calm.
Well,
Which means one of you could last 2 weeks.
We would starve. we would starve by then.
we're out of water.
Yeah.
Well, your suit's kind of built to kind of recycle your water. There's like
Right.
food
right.
things and stuff like that. They don't show it too much in the show, but I would assume that they're built to, if they meant to power a week, they're meant to let you sit out there for a while until a ship rescues you.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
So we have on us one extra tricorder and one extra distress beacon, and bits of Klingon ship.
You could try to search the wreckage if you are looking for something in particular. It's just on a quick glance, you're not. It's a bunch of wreckage. You'd have to actually like start navigating through the debris and looking for stuff.
Do our suits have like little jetpack thingies with like little thrusters?
Yes, that does reduce operational time the more you use them, but
Ooh.
that's in like minutes and hours, not like days. Like you'd have to do something really silly, like get your suit slashed up or something.
It might be a long shot, but if we can look for some of the like the oxygen tanks, we could extend that time if needed.
Yeah,
See
but
if any of
then
them are any
food
tag.
would become an issue.
Yeah, well,
If we get extra food.
but we can't eat it.
How do you eat in a spacesuit? Or is it just
No.
like push a button and there's like a
A
chicken
little
broth?
granola,
Yeah.
a little granola bar comes up and you just bite it.
I imagine Star Trek logic, and this is me off the back of my hand, obviously. I imagine that because replicators are a thing, they just kind of break down food stuff and material and make it into this like nutrition paste that you can guess. Like one straw is
makes
for sucking
sense.
water, the other one's for sucking nutrition. It's like, does it taste great? No, but I'm not dying, so I'll take it.
Let's search the ship for anything.
Yeah, maybe we
Intact.
could try and find pieces so we make a subspace radio.
That could work. Do I still have my toolbox?
Yes, you do have your standard issue stuff, so you'd have your engineering kit with.
Awesome. Then let's do that.
We should stay away from the big ship.
First, let's do a reason science roll, difficulty 2, to find a. You're looking for? Which are you looking for? Food, or are you looking for subspace bits? Subspace radio bits.
Let's just look for the radio.
Yeah, radio.
Okay.
Okay, you go first.
Because if we have the replicator kind of thing, we can.
We had a week for that.
Yeah.
So
I
reason
don't want to
science.
be floating around here for a week.
Reason science, yeah.
I'm assuming testing if you want to come into practice because I've already.
Yep.
through this.
Yeah,
What?
you've been doing. You've worked with the tricorder in your suit. You're a little more used to it now.
Ah, great. That's also -1 difficulty if you're into practice.
We need
Plus-
that.
+1 float. So to
that would-
answer your question, actually,
Well, it might be 2 vote because we had 2 banked, and I got 5 extra successes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
+1 from theory into practice, right?
Oh.
Yep.
And then -1 difficulty from the other thing.
Yeah, so you have 2 floats. Sorry. So. Let's do this. Wow, you got lucky. And we'll choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's over that way. So yeah, you detect some about that far away from you.
Thanks.
It's about medium range to Bane and about long to you, more or
Bane.
less.
Stuff over there. So,
You have
If-
2 float.
this needs to be for an advantage. Any ideas?
Or it could be asking questions.
Can I use that 2 float to advantage if that's a functioning subspace radio?
Sure. Just so happens that it's not pieces of a radio, it is a subspace radio.
Ah,
It's one of the emergency ones used in landing missions.
it's what
Actually, you think
it.
about it, when you scan it, it came from your raft, from your
Yeah.
escape raft.
Oh, there's the console.
Bane, radio, go get it. I probably shouldn't move with this broken suit.
Float over.
So, floating in space is hard. So we're gonna do control or daring, your call really, plus con.
Engineering, alright. Oh.
The diff is gonna be at least, is gonna be 1, to move at all. But if if you get at least 1, if you hit at least diff 1, you'll move 1 hex. You'll need at least 1 momentum spare to get adjacent or in the same hex as it is. It's like 1 to get here. Basically, you get 1 for free if you make it. Each additional momentum moves you an extra hex.
Could I assist him by pushing him?
No.
It increases
bad
complication by 1 for both of you, because if you screw this up, you're going the wrong way. You're going the other way.
Okay, probably not then.
idea. Could I argue for engineering? Because you have to do spacewalks all the time. And, like,
Eva falls under con. You're piloting. You're piloting
Okay.
a very small craft.
okay.
You could do engineering to make your suit more efficient and fix it and stuff, but actually moving around's con.
Okay. I had to try.
It's worth asking. Yep.
I don't have a focus, so here we go.
Use some momentum. We have a good deal.
I'll use 1 for a 3rd dice. Yep. Uh-oh.
I want to quash that.
I guess so. I feel bad spending all the momentum.
So you've moved at least 1. Now, if you spend 1 more, you can be adjacent. There'll be a test for you to have to reach out to grab it. If you're in the same hex it is, you'll be at it. Like you'll be at the controls. You can hug it close. There won't be a
Okay.
check to move it or anything.
Can I use that other success to get to the next hex and then use 2 momentum to quash?
Well, you've used
This
2
is just
momentum to
1, right?
quash. Oh yeah, you got 2 momentum. Yeah, I know how to do math. I swear. So yeah, you should have 5 momentum, not 3.
Yep, so I will use the 2 momentum to quash and use 1 to get to the next square, I guess.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, I just remember, I still have positive reinforcement.
Do you?
I do.
You should have done this.
So yeah, you're next to it.
Can I check it over? Is it still functioning? Can I
Reason
make it
engineering difficulty 1.
function? Okay, that's a good thing. I'm good at that. Computer systems?
Sure.
Okay.
It's all 1 piece, but it'll need some repair. Apparently, it being blown out of a ship and thrown into space usually isn't good for the internals.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, at least Klingons build them sturdy. I'm gonna start working on that.
Jackson, you
Yep.
detect an energy signature out this way.
Do I know what kind?
You are a science officer, so I'll give you 3. It seems to be a large craft of Ferengi design.
Bane, Ferengi! There's a Ferengi ship!
Oh, no, God.
I would like to be with you than a Ferengi, but better than just staying out here.
Can our comms reach that? Our comm badges reach that distance?
You could focus the signal so you're hailing them in particular.
I'll do that. Fly over here.
Can we make a conference call?
Sure.
I bet it might not be possible. We might have to focus on thing.
That's the comms.
Yep, to call them.
Computer systems again?
Add complication. I'm looking for more like subspace theory and communications.
I probably should have gotten that, but I just haven't.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And I won't charge you extra for conferencing because you're both tied into the same radio.
If not, we couldn't talk with each other at all.
You have reached them. Can they hear you? Can they call you back? You actually have to roll because they might whiff on this, which should be funny because this should be easy for them because they're a big starship. There you go. So you're doing better than the Starfinder. Starfinder failed its first roll. This is Diamond Modak. Who is out there?
This is Lieutenant Commander Bane of Starfleet.
And Lieutenant Jackson.
We request emergency pickup. Our craft has had issues.
Issues that render us
You will be
unable.
well compensated by Starfleet if you assist in our rescue. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
Yes, we can come to an agreement, Starfleet. I will redirect my ship and we can discuss payments once you're aboard my ship.
Excellent. What was your name again? Damon
Modak.
Modak.
I'm wondering, Starfleet. I don't see a Federation vessel nearby. What ship are you from?
Our ship is stationed on the other side of the Federation, I'm afraid. We were on vacation.
Yes.
I see. So Starfleet takes vacations with the Klingons these days.
It's a
Starfleet-
very long story.
One I'll be very glad to hear.
I'm sure you would. What is your E ETA?
Should not be very long now. An hour at most. However, if you wish us to come faster, I could be persuaded to push my engines as hard as I can.
We will see you when you arrive, Damon.
We would rather have a intact ship than a.
We would not want
Yeah.
you to have to be rescued as well. I'm sure that would cut into your profit margins.
We would not want you to have
considerably.
to spend extra platinum to repair your ship for a date.
Yes.
How considerate of you.
We are Starfleet.
You are. I shall see you in an hour, Starfleet.
Very well.
Modak out. And the connection cuts.
So, make sure me and Jackson's comm is secure between each other now. Can I do that?
Ooh, that is a reason engineering difficulty too.
Fuck the furry.
Or reason security if that's better for some reason.
Could I assist with recent security?
You could, yes.
I actually have recent security pretty high.
Can I have computer systems for comp again?
Sure.
Thank you.
As you're kind of you're programming a thing to do the hard lifting for you.
I'll give you a threat.
Sure.
Oh, that was so close to a complication.
They're still some distance away, just so you know. I'm just marking them so you know where they are.
That's fine. Oh, it's a decor. Okay.
I'm good with that.
A lot of Ferengi. Great.
So, oh, you made the check. I actually gained a momentum out of it. So yeah, you have a secure channel now.
Jackson, the Ferengi are coming to pick us up, as you heard.
Yes. One of us
When
needs
we
to
get
swallow
aboard, they're going to want to know everything about why we're here.
We
I
tell
don't-
them close to the truth.
Yes.
One of us needs to swallow all comp badges.
What?
We need to keep the intel safe. They might take our data pads and comm badges. I don't know if I can see keeping it safe as swallowing it.
You know, that
Oh,
might not be the
I'm-
best idea.
Oh, I'm being paranoid.
Yeah, maybe I'll just add a little bit of extra security onto the data pad.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would be a good idea to swallow the data pad.
Oh, we have no comm badges. That's all
Yeah.
spiky though. That's all spiky though.
I thought the intel was on a datapad, right?
I thought we made copies to our comm badges as well.
Maybe.
Did we?
I think so.
Yeah,
We
just
were
you were
joking
trying to be
about
safe
how
so you
much it
didn't
could
lose it.
hold. Yeah, exactly. Okay, GM, how can I add extra security to all of those things?
Basically, what you're doing, you would set a difficulty you'd want to aim for, and then that's the difficulty it would take for them to crack it. If you make
And
it.
do I need to make 3 rolls? One for each comm badge and datapad? Or just 1 roll?
You could do it all one go. I'll let that go.
Okay. And what would that roll be?
It would be control security, difficulty 1 through 5, however hard you're gonna make it for them. But you have to call the difficulty ahead of time.
If it's control security, you should probably do that.
Yes. Actually, have good control security for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I'll assist you.
I'll use one of my previous hosts had to encrypt things while doing the Dominion roll.
Okay.
So I'll take a focus of encryption if that would apply.
Sure.
Being joined.
Do you spend momentum for that or no? It's just a once per scene thing.
Once per episode, I think.
Episode, okay.
I should have been joined.
It only lasts for the scene, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. I see.
Yeah. And
So how difficult are you making it?
I'll use them. I could do 3. What do you think, Bane?
Ferengi. They're gonna want this information. I don't know what's actually on the pad, do I? We weren't privy to that.
Yeah, you didn't read it as far as I remember.
I didn't.
Oh, I remember. You guys specifically put it onto your comm badges because you were worried because you were abandoning ship and stuff.
Yep.
Right. Yep. Okay. Well, let's do diff 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're calling out diff 3.
Is that pretty hard to do? Yeah, I think that's hard to do. I'll use a moment to buy extra dice as well.
Okay.
I'm assisting.
So I'm going to 4.
Would computer systems be a focus for this? Not take comp?
Sure, actually.
Control security.
Oops.
You know, I think I'm actually rolling higher than you now that I look at it.
You all by 1.
Well.
Oh,
So?
we got 5.
You have suitably encrypted it to difficulty 3, and you got 2 momentum out of it.
Oh, well. Looks like that's as good as that's getting.
Yes.
Anything else you do as they approach?
Get out the deck of cards.
They're gonna take our phasers. Can I hide by type 1? It'll be detected by transporter. Can I hide it in my tricorder? So it wouldn't show up as a phaser immediately?
If
You know what I mean? Like put it somewhere where it wouldn't show up in the transporter scanners, maybe?
give me insight security difficulty 1. I know what you're going for, but there's a thing I need you to do.
Okay. I don't think I have a focus. Unless transporters and replicators would be a focus?
I'll take it a complication because it's related to you're kind of trying to presuppose ahead of time what their transporter's going to do. I'm keeping my mouth shut. So what do you want to try to do? Sorry.
Just hide my type 1, my little tiny phaser.
Okay,
on
so
me
you
somewhere,
have a thing
so-
that's about almost the size of a smartphone. Where do you want to put it?
Somewhere in my tool bag, just so it's hidden.
Okay. It has the hidden 1 quality, so if they
Oh.
search your bag, it's diff 1 to find it.
Does that apply to sensors too?
Not really, no.
Okay. Oh well, I tried. I'm not good at this.
We're not security officers. Don't beat yourself up about it.
No, that's what I'm going to do with the NPCs. I mean, is there anything else you wish to do if they get closer?
Should we forward out
I'm gonna see if I can get the comm thing online still. Did he tell us the name of his ship? I thought he did. I just don't remember.
No, he just gave his name.
Ah, great.
Oh, sorry. Get 4 because you're doing it in 0G.
Okay. Definitely a threat. I'm gonna do computer systems again for the comp.
I'll take it.
And momentum. No, it would be 2 momentum, wouldn't it?
For the next dice, yes.
Yeah. I'll do it. Maybe I can get it back. Or not. Yeah.
Okay, 1 back. Yeah, you managed to repair the.
It was -4.
Yes. Oh, you're right. Yeah, so you don't get any momentum.
Yeah.
Trying to cheat me. I see how it is.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut next time. So I've got it working?
Yeah.
Can I try to calm the nearest Starfleet facility or ship?
Give me Insight Command difficulty 2.
I don't think I have a focus.
Would I be able to assist by naming off ships and things in the region?
Sure.
Threat. I'm at momentum.
Spending a momentum.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Gained it back.
I'm imagining. Okay, I'm imagining this is It's not as close as it looks on this map. There's no way I can read out a registry number, is it? On the Fringy ship?
You'd have to
Or
scan
like
it.
a name? Hey Jackson, can you get me the name of the ship or its registry number?
I can definitely try.
Give me Reason Science difficulty of 1.
Theory into practice and
Yep. So diff 0 basically.
And while he's doing that, I'm calming that planet.
focus in astrophysics.
Yes, I'll take it. Okay, check something. Whoops. Oh.
Don't see these all
That's what it is.
last week.
Wow.
So you gained 3.
4 is difficulty 0.
4. So you actually have 2 float. Get rid of that. So you are able to read out the. You're able to scan that it is in fact what your Mark 1 eyeballs told. What your Mark 1 engineer eyeball told you. That's a Degoer class Marauder. Scale 5. Has around 390 people aboard.
Oh, that's it?
And I'm not going to charge you for translating it because Ferengi's a known language and they've been encountered a few times. So it's you haven't checked it against the master computer, like Starfleet central computer, because you're not in connection with it right now. But you can read off that it says Gold Star, or translates to Gold Star.
Can I find one science officer question to find out? Do I know anything about this ship? Is it wanted?
That's actually a different role. That'd be like an insight con roll or something like that.
They use a 2 momentum to create advantage that it's a fiddly trading ship.
For the 2 momentum, I'll answer your question. I'll let you skip having to roll the con roll. You just happen to know that. You just happen to have read about this ship already.
Should I do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Yep, send the 2 momentum.
From reports that the Gold Star isn't known for piracy or anything like that. It is a Ferengi vessel. Modak has a reputation is of the old school of Ferengi, not the new school of Ferengi. So he's very profit over everything else driven rather than any sort of social progressivism. So you're dealing with old school Ferengi, not the new enlightened Ferengi, which that's very new school, and it's a big debate in Ferengi society about whether the new way's better, the old way's better. This guy's old school. You know that.
You have to keep him happy with money.
Yes.
And you do know that he isn't wanted for anything in particular, which makes sense because he's moving through a tradeway, so he wouldn't risk going this way if he was wanted, because he'd run into a random Federation ship, Starfleet ship, just patrolling the lane, going, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Okay, that's great. That puts me at ease a little bit.
Okay, when he relays that information, I want to be calling that. What's the difference between the starbase and the world? Like, is there like a significant distance from us, kind of thing?
Let me check.
Would it be easier to come one than the other, kind of thing?
Tyrelia is easier than Starbase 123. 123 is the next sector over. You're technically just out. You're in the, now that you think about it, you're somewhere in the Balduk sector, which is 1 sector away from Tyrelia sector, or the Iconia sector. 2 sectors away is Starbase 123, which is the Zalda sector.
I'm gonna try to calm Starbase 123 on a priority channel. I don't want to be on hold.
Give me. Oh wait, I might be doing this wrong. Hold on.
I can calm the station commander's cell phone. No.
Open that file. There it is. Boop, boop. No, don't open it twice, you silly machine. No, stop.
I'm just gonna call the admiral. She's still in a coma, but it's fine.
I'll call her, interface with her neural pad,
Exactly.
talk to her in her dreams.
Difficulty 7 is the encryption.
Yeah, I'll make it. Sure, why not?
Let's bounce it off a couple suns.
Is
Fine.
difficulty 7 even a thing? Or is that cheating? It feels like it's cheating.
You can break 5, but you're supposed to be getting into like really exotic territory at that point.
We've had a 10 once.
So calming her brain would be like a 7 then? That should be right.
Certainly fits the exotic category.
Yeah. Interface with the med bay she's in, and then... Okay.
Who knows? She could be awake by now. We haven't really had any contact with Starfleet for the past few weeks.
How much momentum would we have to spend to wake up Nia?
There's an exact time when she wakes up. We know when she wakes up, actually. That hasn't happened yet, I don't think.
Okay, so how much momentum would we have to spend to wake her up now?
I don't know. 6 plus another 6 threat. Sounds fair.
I would agree with that.
Unfortunately, 2 threat, not available right now. Ah!
She's awake, but she's also in rehab.
So yeah, you're looking at an opposed control engineering role there, Bane. What you gonna do? Yeah, if you're doing anything beyond diff 10, that's when the GM should just simply say, you need to do something else to make this easier. It is not possible. 1 threat, 2 momentum. And once you break 5, you generally would do that anyway. It is incredibly difficult. You might want to try something else.
Can Can I have
Or
computers
maybe you
as
should get a
focus?
subspace radio first.
Can I have computers as a focus as a comp? For comp?
Sure. You can take a comp increase for that.
Yes, please. And boop.
Boop.
I will use my bold engineering to reroll that.
Boop.
And that's 5.
That's
And that's
six.
what I fit. It is 6.
Let me double check something. I think you have a thing for this, Mr. Bad Guy.
Oh no.
And who said 5 was hard?
Oh man, I forgot I had jerry rig. I just could have made this thing work.
If we're still in space in the next scene, I'll be very disappointed. And I don't know. It's fun enough.
I guess I can get rid of I know my ship.
I mean, still know it. It's just
You
Yeah, I know it. I know it and all
Oh.
its little pieces.
yep.
We don't know it's exploded yet.
No.
Never mind. Yeah, no, I can't spend sort of the value because it doesn't apply. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh well, yeah. Good try, NPC.
That was a very good try. It was
Yeah,
close.
that was.
They got lucky on that ship roll.
Unknown Klingon ship. This is Starbase 123. Please state your reason for contacting us.
This is Lieutenant Commander Bain, serial number blah 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 blah. We've
Mhm.
been marooned on the Klingon. What is this corridor called?
Klingon Romulan border?
The
Mhm.
it's the something expanse, right?
Shackleton?
Like corridor. Is that what it's called? The Shackleton Expanse corridor.
Are we in the
Sure, that's what
Shackleton
it's called
Expanse?
now.
No,
We-
you're,
If I remember
the
right, we're in that
Romulan
space between.
the corridor between Romulan and Klingon space.
Okay,
I've given it different names.
We're currently located in the corridor between Klingon and Romulan space. We've been marooned and are currently being picked up by the Ferengi Decor class Marauder Gold Star. I thought it would be appropriate to have some insurance in case our Ferengi friends get frisky. Please be aware we will attempt to make it there as soon as possible. I don't know if we'll be able to contact you anymore for a while.
You're heading toward us.
With all hopes, nearest Federation facility. Also with me is Lieutenant Commander now?
I'm still lieutenant. I heard been promoted yet.
Lieutenant Julia I can't say his first name, but I can end character because it's true. Jackson, serial number blah 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 blah.
Very well. Feel free to contact us again once you're aboard ship, and we can make arrangements for your payment. I assume Damon's gonna want something in
Yes.
trade.
We've already discussed that. He hasn't arrived yet.
And the ship starts beaming you guys away.
Call you later.
It's quite a sight watching a ship beam you from outside.
Mm-hmm. It's really
Not
cool.
what I want to see again.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
New scene. They don't beam the subspace. Actually, yeah, they do.
Yay.
Well, of course they do. It's free stuff.
It's Ferengi. Yeah, they absolutely do.
As you two are beamed away, it starts like tractoring in like nearby junk. Some of the stuff starts beaming away.
In a cargo bay somewhere in the Ferengi, that dude on the comm is just like, hello? Hello?
It was so close to us, it probably got beamed up with us. So I'm bad.
So we then check in with the happiest child and parent ever. Crawling through crawl spaces aboard the Derritex.
Isn't there security officers with me?
There was, yeah. You don't see them behind you.
Oh God. Keep going.
Actually, I take that back. You were following them. You turn a corner. You don't see them anymore.
Yeah, just keep going.
Where are you trying to go? You're kind of in a crawl space with a child behind you.
How close was this to the bridge?
Insight con difficulty 2. Diff 1 given certain things that you know. I take that back.
I'll roll flat. I'll take that.
So you get 2 momentum. Boop, boop. You're about 8 decks away, and you're in the more wingward section of the ship rather than the head.
Yeah, we're gonna make our way to the bridge.
As you continue crawling, you notice the child has stopped moving.
Oh, what's the problem?
I'm not allowed to go in that way.
What do you mean?
I'm not allowed to go there. You shouldn't go there either.
What do you mean we shouldn't go there?
Give me presence, medicine, or command difficulty 2. She seems very frightened and doesn't want to talk about it, but you could probably get her to talk about it eventually.
Persuasion for a focus?
Yep,
Take a threat.
sure. I gained a momentum. I know. That's the secret room. Someone went in there once, and the admiral got very angry. And then he made him disappear.
Didn't they secure the bridge?
The way she seems to be indicating, you do a quick mental map in your head. You're nowhere near the bridge. You're still like a few decks. You're like 4 some decks, like over 8 decks away. Like you're nowhere close to the bridge right now.
We're heading to the bridge. There's people there that will help us.
Uh, but you'll get punished. I don't want to make you disappear. You seem nice. Not like those other people.
I promise you, we're going to leave this place, and we're gonna be okay.
Give me presence plus command or medicine. I'll take either. It's going to be opposed because she really doesn't want to go.
Persuasion for a focus.
Yeah.
1 thread, 2 momentum.
Good luck, kid. Your stats are amazing for this sort of thing.
You rolling that complication.
No successes. So you gain 3 moment.
You don't have to worry. I'll protect you.
You have 1 float. Okay, just be careful.
She's gonna. How far did we travel from the room?
I'd say 100 meters or so, 150.
Taps the comm badge. Dr. Ryan to Tina Min. Please come in.
You get no reply.
Dr. Ryan to anybody on board the Derricks. Please come in.
Why, hello.
Do I recognize it?
Yes.
I'm assuming it's the Admiral.
Yes.
I see you're up and about.
You as well. I'm pleasantly surprised, actually. What are you doing aboard my ship? Shouldn't you be off assassinating some Endorian or something?
I'm sorry.
Assassinating? What does that mean?
Don't worry about it right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why you're here. Well, I suppose one can't let go of the past.
Indeed. I have to thank you. You've taken such good care of her.
Well, of course I would. Why wouldn't I? She's my precious little test subject. She kind of, you see the little girl start shivering and starts backing away from you. She's been ever so compliant, a true Romulan child. Unlike certain other people I would like to name. But let's not go around throwing insults. We're all civilized here. Why don't you go back to your little Starfleet ship and I keep the girl and I won't have you killed.
I'm sorry, but she's coming with me.
Is she? And how do you plan to do that exactly?
I'm just full of surprises as she takes her comm badge and throws it down the corridor.
I heard that.
And
She flinches not from you, she flinches from the comm badge. Because he's still talking for a little bit until it just shuts off. Because he's too far away now. It's too far away from you, so the comm badge assumes you're not using it anymore.
come on, Kayla, let's find a different way. Come on, it'll be fine. I promise I'm going to get you out of here.
Presence command or medicine, difficulty 2. She hears you, but she seems to be staring at the comm badge. Like she's expecting it to do something. You can even see her like peeking around the corner that you threw it down, like she's waiting for it to do something.
Take a threat.
Sure.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
You rolling one of the zeros? Oh dear God. Luck had to run out. That's too. So many 19s.
I can't.
I'm gonna re-roll that with determination. A mother-daughter bond is unbreakable.
I like how you put that as a question mark, but yes.
Only 2.
There you go. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I really wish you wouldn't use my mother's voice. I know you're trying real hard, but I'm not. You know, I think I'll stick with you. You seem nicer than him.
I have the EVA suit on, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna take the helmet off.
You die. No, just kidding. Shake the helmet off.
She grabs her hand and holds it up to her face. Takes her hand, holds it up to Dr. Ryan's face, and lets her feel her face. It's me, Kalo. I'm alive. Didn't perish on Romulus.
Presence command or medicine, difficulty 5. She's very well programmed to believe you're dead. Yeah, like video evidence, medical evidence, witnesses.
I'm gonna spend one of my normal milestones from the last session, Divided We Endure.
Sure.
spend it on the same value as last time.
Yep.
Okay. And persuasion for a focus.
Yes.
One threat and one momentum. That's 3 dice. Go ahead. The other 3 momentum as well for the 4th.
Sure. 2, 3.
You on the comp?
That's 5.
7. Because the determination.
Plus the 2 more. That's right. Yep. So you get 2 more momentum. It takes her a bit of feeling at your face, and for a brief moment, you can almost empathically sense, less that you're feeling it, more that she's imparting it. Not really consciously. She's just kind of, it's sort of just happening from her end, as it were. Like she's not. You can sense she doesn't mean to. She's trying to sense you better, which is making her abilities turn on. You can see that multiple times they've had you walk into her room and talk her into doing a test for them. That worked a few times, and then she telekinetically slammed the 5th one into a wall until she stopped talking. After that, she was dragged away. She doesn't know what happened to that person. After that, they tried it again. That person got thrown around a bit. They stopped with the whole "your mother's here to help you" shtick. The only reason she didn't start throwing you into the wall, you sense, is because you didn't have any sense of using her or a full sense of safety. Like you actually seem to be concerned about your surroundings. You actually seem to be worried in the place you were in. So it didn't make sense to her senses, even though you felt like her. And the weird thing is, they're able to impart your empathic imprint on her. So even though she stopped being able to see after a few experiments, they had to trick her senses. That worked up to a point. Romans have a very advanced neurological science development. But after sensing you, you can sense off of her she's convinced that you're real. Or at the very least, you believe you're real and you're not here to hurt her. But it's more likely you're actually her mother than anything else. But I'll save you the clip notes. You can see in her mind there's lots of things. She's always been taught to doubt her surroundings and doubt what she senses. So she can never get a real good grasp of her. That's why she can never escape on her own, even with her powers. She can't trust her surroundings at all. She trusts you now, for all that's worth, so you don't have to keep doing checks all the damn time to get her to do something. Because essentially each check was her checking whether or not you were trying to trick her into a test. Especially when you were leading her to the room that was forbidden. That was freaking her out a bit. She lets go of your face finally. You don't know how long she did, but she eventually stops feeling your face. Okay. I'll believe you. For now. Just don't try anything.
She would probably get it, like, her heart kind of sank a little, like. Dr. Ryan's a little upset. Let's find another place to let's find another way to get out of here.
Eventually, you get to a hatch.
What hatch is, like, the marker on there? Where it goes?
It looks to be a laboratory.
That's just not
In the lower
creepy.
wing. Which it was like it was one of those like, well, you're trying to go somewhere that doesn't have some sort of booby trap that won't explode. This is like one of the astrostellar laboratories for like checking nebulas and stuff. They generally don't trap these rooms. It's not really worth it to them. Anyone can scan stars. That's not a big deal. Sneaking into a med bay, that's a death sentence. You're asking to be poisoned. You sneak into one of those.
She's gonna open the hatch.
And new scene. I was gonna have the kid attack you too, but no, you have to convince her that you're real.
It only cost me 2 determination points.
Totally not worth it. You should just left her.
Should have just left her. Good God. So, Star Chaser eventually gets. Well, won't worry about the runabouts anymore. Won't worry about these guys anymore. Eventually, the Star Chaser gets into transport range of the Cordoba. It brings down its shields. And camera-wise, a bunch of security people are walking around the ship, checking doors, and they seem very puzzled. And they scan the different transporter pads, wondering, what the heck are these for? They open another door. There's another transporter pad. And, well, they're not doing anything. They're just kind of sitting there. Look like they're ready to do something. Check the computer real quick. Looks like they are designed to be, used together. The security guys don't really understand why you would do that. I mean, maybe it's for evacuation purposes. They call back to the Star Chaser. Star Chaser says that they'll send over one of their engineering teams to figure it out. Have they found Captain Ray or this Lieutenant Magnus? No, they haven't. They've actually started sweeping the bridge. No one's there. Star Chaser moves into transporter range. And then a ton of people suddenly get crammed into the small space of the Cordoba. And then 2 officers suddenly beam into a part of the Star Chaser. Now, question is, where on the Star Chaser were you trying to beam yourself there, Magnus? Or are you beaming Ray to a different part of the ship? Or is this waiting until both the 2 rounds of the beaming happen?
No, I think he'll get. No, the safest bet is just to wait until both rounds are done.
And we'll have your roll. The first roll happens, they get caught off guard and start getting beamed, and a bunch of people get beamed all at once. There's still a bunch of other people aboard the Star Chaser, so we're going to assume Magnus thought the second round around it. I didn't think to ask at the time. So it's going to be another opposed roll. This time it's opposed versus their engineer who's trying to stop the beamings from happening. And hopefully you program the transporter system to kind of outthink them. It's going to be daring engineering. Or control. Actually, either way works, come to think of it. Because you had some time to set it up. Or you can do it the daring way.
I can make the impossible into a gadget. That being, I can make a mass transporter an actual thing.
Sure, I'll take it.
Take the 2 crits off of that. theory and into practice.
Yep.
I think then technically I can only buy the third dice, and I think it would cost 3 momentum to do.
Right.
I'll spend 1 threat and 2 momentum. And transporters and replicators.
1 threat, 2 momentum. Yes.
Or I didn't buy the third dice. I bought the fourth dice.
Yeah.
But it did cost 3, yeah.
So I'll buy 2 extra dice, because why not? Well,
That's 7. Plus 1 up on whatever they get.
oh no. Ray, you find yourself beamed onto the bridge of the looks like to be a Galaxy class type bridge.
Are we both there?
Yeah, Magnus, you beam in there as well.
Hello.
We don't have a lot of time, Captain. We gotta get going. Do I have the belt with me?
Yeah.
I activate the belt because I can't. We can only get him because we don't have any transporters. EMH, I think we're gonna use Section 31 and get this ship out of here.
I'm the ECH, actually.
Oh.
Do you want an EMH? I can summon one of those.
Nope, more interested with the Section 31 getting the ship out of here.
All right. Please provide command codes for this ship.
This is Section 31, so you may have to get those command codes for us.
Well, I will need access to the captain's log, I guess, or central database, or the prefix code for the ship. I could start looking into that now. He shrugs.
I'm going to turn around to Captain Ray. I'm going to help him take control of the ship.
Why? Explain yourself.
So we can survive one more day, I guess.
We're not gonna keep stealing starships across the Federation.
Oh, we just needed one more to cover our tracks. In fact, why don't you go ahead and sit in the center chair? You're good at that.
Nope, I'm surrounding myself.
Okay. I'm gonna help the ECH try to get control of the ship.
You are under arrest, Captain Ray. You have surrendered. Could you sit over there, please, and not get in the way?
Yep, I don't want anything else to do with this.
That was easy.
Magnus just looks over at Ray and then looks back and at the East. I don't think saying anything about that's gonna help this situation.
In effect, you're in combat rounds. Because the other guys are going to figure out what's going on and try to do something. They are severely curtailed. They're effectively going to lose 1 turn just figuring themselves out because they're all kinds of discombobulated. Actually, sorry, I'll take that back. They lose a whole round. Let's say that. Because they are basically stuffed into the walls like sardines. So they have to figure out what to do. So they have to waste turns just getting themselves organized.
That's gonna be an uncomfortable ride back to Starbase.
You started it, so It's your turn. Magnus, I assume Ray isn't on your side at the moment.
I didn't want to do this action anyways.
Yeah, what's the rule?
So you're trying to basically break into the command codes of the ship. Let's see. Daring security difficulty 3. Normally it'd be opposed, but there's no personnel aboard to stop you, so it's just the automated systems there.
Computers.
I'll take it, yeah.
Take a threat.
Sure. One, 4, and 4 makes it even if that was security, not engineering.
Yeah, but you said security?
Yep.
Oh, I had just assumed since it was programming. Yeah, it would still be a 2-1-1 though, because I don't have a focus, and my security's only a 1.
2-1-1, so it's still 1 momentum gained. You have the command codes for the
ECH, if you would raise the shields. Captain Ray, would you like to go back to the Cordoba?
No, I suppose someone has to stand here and make sure you don't get in too much trouble.
Well then, we don't need that Frankie ship anymore. You know, Ryza was fun. We could go there.
You do realize Ryza is still part of the Federation, right?
We might need to steal one more ship to get rid of our trail.
Wait, you don't need to do that. What am I doing? Your turn goes by, their turn goes by, it goes back to you. They waste a turn, that's right. Ignore what I just typed there.
Oh, anyway, since you're staying, Captain Ray, we can figure that out later. ECH, would you please get us out of here?
Where would you like to go?
Let's head for the nearest Federation frontier. That being a border that has no one else on the other side of it.
Processing. Displaying map on main view screen.
I guess we'll try to make a break for the space in between the Tellurian Republic and the Tholian Assembly.
So Doctor, that wouldn't be the closest. The closest would be near the Zenkethi coalition.
We can go there then.
I would prefer not to.
Well, we kind of have to get out of Federation space for a while. We won't go into anyone else's territory, though.
What's the diplomatic situation with Zenkethi?
At this star date, I think the war is still ongoing, or just started. Wait, let's see,
Yeah,
where-
this kind of falls under the...
54555. Where's your fleet logs? When was the last time you started shooting at them?
Okay, well, anyways, there's an active war zone in that area, so
Oh no, that
instead
war
let-
zone has been. There's been a peace treaty that was signed.
Okay. Then yes, we should go that direction. Take us there. And if you need assistance, you can create versions of yourself in the holodeck and give them consoles. But you won't be able to create versions of yourself around the ship yet.
As he begins working, Captain Ray, is your character gonna do anything to stop this? Because it looks like they're about to, before your very eyes, steal yet another Starfleet vessel and maroon several hundred people onto a ship meant for like 200.
I am not sure what else I can do against this madman.
I'll send you back.
That's always an option.
Do you want to go back?
Because unless you say something, this guy's about to warp you away and head toward unclaimed space as fast as possible.
I'll even give you the command codes of the Cordoba.
That's part of
No,
why their turns are being
this,
wasted, because they have to hack the damn thing.
Nope, this isn't an option. You're being entirely too reckless. You're being paranoid to a default. Magnus, one last time, stand down.
That's not fair. You said you surrendered. Should I shoot him?
No, just beam him back to the other ship.
Okay, pull on my phaser.
Uh-oh.
Who are you shooting?
Magnus,
Okay. Daring security, difficulty. I will say 3 because you're probably roughly in the same area of the bridge. You're effectively close to each other.
by additional momentum, focus in tactics,
At increased complication.
worth it. Okay, I guess I'm spending a determination.
Oh, sorry, it's
Who do you
control,
got?
not daring. Does it matter to you?
Huh? It's the same.
Okay. What value are you spending?
You're down to the last move, go for the king.
Yes, I'll take it.
Magnus has gone out of control.
Oh god. Oh no.
Strike out the value. The crew is my family.
Sure, yeah. You hit him. Roll damage.
Okay, so it's 3 plus security.
Yes.
Yes. You can tell a Ray shoots their phaser a lot. Oh no. 6 stress, Magnus.
Take 2 threat.
You shoot Magnus. He still standing. Although that looked like it hurt.
Are you ready to talk now?
I feel like talking was before shooting. That ship has sailed.
Ray, it's your turn over. The only thing available to you is Swift Task.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing else.
Okay, so your turn's over. Okay. Magnus goes to your side. Your buddy here, he can either warp the ship away or he can try to subdue Ray. Because he did just watch him shoot you. He could try to stop him. Or he can just warp the ship away. He kind of looks at you like he's wondering which one you want him to do.
Is there one action between the both of us before Ray shoots again?
He has one action on your side. Your action was spent already hacking into the computer. He was about to warp you away, and then Ray shot at you.
What's his engineering?
It's a number. Hold on. Oh wait. It's 2.
Does he have a focus in transporters?
This one does not. No. I suppose the shields are down on both. You're thinking of transporting him. AB diff 3 since he's being him to a pad. Complication of like 5 though, because there's a bunch of people there and he might beam him into somebody.
I'm gonna tell him to...
What you can tell him to do. Admittedly, he might try to, in subduing him, he might just like jab him with a hypospray or something, because that's the default, and knock him out, because that's more likely to succeed than shooting him with a phaser would be. Or you could try to beam him over, hopefully get the roll. If he jumps the ship away, the Cordova is no longer an issue.
Yeah, let's warp away.
And... the Star Chaser warps away. Ray, you start the new round, as it were. The Star Chaser is in motion. You feel
Cool.
the deck plane kind of move because you could tell. Obviously, you went to warp. It's kind of hard to hide that.
Minor action and get some cover.
Okay.
Is that a minor?
Yeah, it's a minor to find cover.
Okay.
To say that's cover.
And
You hide behind a chair.
and shoot again.
Who?
Magnus.
Okay. Diff 3.
Buy dice with momentum. Actually, no. Let's walk that back.
Okay.
Let's try talking him down. I've already shot him once. And let's see if he's more receptive this time.
What do you say? Oh, do you not take cover, by the way? Or do you take cover and then talk?
Take cover, then talk.
Okay.
Just in case AC's not listening. Let's see. I say, hey, doesn't have to end like this. It doesn't have to be us on the run on an alien country. We can go back to the Federation, get the proper people involved, and we can end this the right way. But it's not going to end well if you cross that border.
Actually, I'm going to stop the combat music because the Cordoba's not here. It's mainly left to you guys.
Yeah, Magnus is going to try. Diving into the captain's ready room or an elevator or something.
Okay. Because he was shot at, to be fair. Oops. Yeah, black border. That's helpful to you guys.
And then he'll shout back, ECH, he's one of those that is gonna try to kill us.
I will note my phaser was set to stun.
I mean, the other people didn't outright try to stab him with a knife or a disruptor. They came with phasers too.
Well, in effect, Ray, your turn was to try to talk him down. Magnus's response was to go into another room.
Was I able to make a persuasion roll off that, or no?
It would be opposed, and I'll mechanically, even if you were doing this against an NPC, you'd have to fill his stress track all in one go, and I don't think to get him to relent. And I can see both. I can see both of you spending a lot of resources back and forth at each other, or it's you leave it to player's discretion and the player just moves. Because Magnus's turn is going to be moving into that room, telling the hologram to fight you or defend him is more the point. Depends if you want to save the resources for fight. Get that go. Because if you did at least 5 stress, Magnus will probably spend 2 threat to avoid being forced to capitulate, and then he'd continue being able to act. He'd be demoralized, but that's it. It wouldn't stop him from acting.
Never mind. We'll just play it out. I'm grasping at straws at this point.
So Magnus, Minor, you moved over there. You're saying, hey, you, do something. In effect. Turn goes to your side, Ray. Nothing happens because you only have 1 turn. Hologram, Minor, he moves up to you. A hypospray appears in his hand. And he tries to jab you with it.
I'm gonna resist.
I assume. Opposed daring security. It's opposed with daring security on your end.
Yep. Yeah, I have no focus. Yay!
He buys 2 extra dice. Wait, he has a better die in this because this is a medical roll. That's 4 hits.
Yeah, so I got hypoed.
Well, it does damage. He has to roll. It has to roll damage dice. Jeez. 6, 7 stress as he jabs you with a hypo full of sedative.
Spend 2 resist injury.
2 momentum or 2 threat?
2 momentum.
Okay. The acted last goes back to you, Ray. Covered didn't matter anymore because he just walked up to you, so. Actually, technically speaking, by strict ruling, that would still apply, so you still get at least 1 die. You take 1 less stress.
Still enough to cause an injury.
Yeah. Goes back to you. As Star Chaser continues warping along its trajectory.
And I don't have the command codes else for the Stargazer.
Nope.
Star Chaser. Would phasering a hologram even make sense?
You could possibly disrupt its cohesion matrix. In essence, it's gonna be hard to hurt. You could shoot. You totally could shoot the hologram. It's just, it
Silly.
won't react in a way. It won't react the same as, say, a person would. So it may have some level of resistance. How much? You don't know what it's programmed with. You don't know what he did to it. If it's just a standard one, if it's how it's work. Because normally you shoot the emitters, but you don't see any emitters in the room. Like, it's just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Inside engineering difficulty 2. This won't take up your turn. This is you noticing something from earlier.
You know what? Just for lulz, spend a threat at pressure dice.
Spend a threat for an extra die, you say?
Yep.
Oops, I keep doing that. No, it's not that. There. Okay. So, you recognize Magnus. Correct me if I'm wrong. You don't. Do you have it like sitting midair, or is it attached to you? I think it sits in midair because it's meant to be mobile, right?
The belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you noticed earlier Magnus held a belt up in the air, touched a button, and that's when he appeared. So you would shoot at the belt, if anything, if you were shooting for lethal to make sure it couldn't turn back on. But if you shoot the Matrix and it takes enough stress, it might just dematerialize to preserve the program so it doesn't get any worse.
Okay. I guess I'll shoot for lethal then.
Oh, okay. Just blowing up the device, or vaporizing the belt rather.
Huh? Or at least enough to break it. At least enough to disrupt the Matrix.
So okay, gives me a threat if you do that.
Yep.
Diff is 3 because you're in close.
Could I move back as a minor?
He's within reach of you. You'd have to shove him away to give yourself some space to move back.
Okay. Spend the 2 momentum and 1 threat for 4 dice. Minor aim.
Okay. Sorry, you gave me how much?
Spend the 2 momentum and 1 threat.
1. Okay, that's what it was.
And no focus, because or could I argue for tactics, since I'm tactically, like, not just firing at random, but I'm aiming at a specific spot that I know is weak?
At increased complication, sure.
Close enough. Worth it.
Roll damage. Yep.
Okay.
Shoot the device. It sparks and spurts and kind of crumples to the ground, and he vanishes. And you see on alert, as you're sitting by the captain's chair, you kind of see on the display in the arm. And Magnus, you can kind of you'll kind of see it out the captain's window. As a pair of steam runners start chasing after the Star Chaser. And suddenly the Star Chaser's systems power down. Whoops. And before long, both chambers start filling with anisocene gas. Is there any last words either of you would like to say before you are knocked out?
Nope, I'm resigned to my fate.
Nope.
As the chase for the Cordoba that turned into the chase for the chaser, eventually they're able to bring in the wild captain and lieutenant with many, many questions to ask them, but that is a story for another time. Then we will check in with somebody if I can find them. There we are. Hurry up and beam them in already. I'm working on it. Just give me a second. As Bane and Jackson are beamed onto a transporter pad with two Ferengi who seem to be bickering at the moment.
Ugh.
Uh,
Did they
See,
beam
I
the-
beamed them in.
Did they beam the transponder onto this pad? Does it like hit the floor? Or is it just on the ground?
You're being relatively upright. There's a moment where you kind of, whoa, like you're going from 0G to actual gravity. Like, oh,
Yeah,
right, I don't
exactly.
have to fall over.
Well, gentlemen.
are we interrupting something?
Sorry, say again?
Are we interrupting something?
No, not at all. Welcome aboard the Gold Star Starfleet.
I assume you're Damon Modak?
No, I'm the first officer, Grim.
It's a pleasure to meet
Yes.
you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
What is your current flight path? We wouldn't want
That-
to impose too much on you, but we need to know the nearest destination for you to drop us off.
What he said.
Oh, I'm afraid we can't do that, Starfleet. That is a trade secret. Only the Daemon can tell you that.
Oh, sounds so like we need
Yep.
to speak with the Daemon.
Yep.
After all, Starfleet is expecting us. I was able to contact them before you beamed us aboard.
What? How
Yes.
would you have done that?
I pointed the transmitter on the ground.
You point at an empty bit of floor.
Oh, it didn't beam in here?
No.
We recovered a subspace transmitter from the wreckage of their ship. I'm quite good at my job.
Presence command, difficulty 2.
Persuasion?
Sure.
Can I assist in some way?
Sure. I saw him do it. I even listened into the call.
Uh-huh. Never mind. It doesn't
Never
matter.
mind. You try to assist him, but Bane doesn't really make a very compelling case.
I point to the transmitter that's not there.
Well, Starfleet, they will have to catch up with us. We're gonna put you in our stowaway quarters. You see, it is for our safety and yours to ensure that you're in a safe space, and we will drop you off at our next stop. The Daemon will
Mr.
be sure to come down.
Mr. Grimm, was it?
Yes.
You are aware, if you put us in the brig, you will be imprisoning 2 Starfleet officers, and where I come from, that could be considered as piracy
And
kidnapping.
it might cut into you reward payment for bringing us to the station.
Besides, me and the Daemon need to speak about that reward anyway.
It would.
I'm sure he wouldn't want to do that through the stowaway quarters. It would be beneath him to go down there.
You don't want to
Leave
affect his
us.
profit, do you?
Besides, we wouldn't want any misunderstandings between the four of us.
Why
Starfleet.
do you think you're going to a brig? You're going to the stowaway quarters. They are quite comfortable.
Really?
Yes, they have beds.
And your brig doesn't?
No.
Probably not. I would like to speak with your Daemon first.
Yes.
Besides,
I will-
we need to discuss payment.
Of course. He holds up his hand.
You don't want to cut into his profit, do you?
I see. Closes. Give me insight science. Difficulty of 2. Or insight command. Either way works.
Okay, that works.
I'm good at science.
I'll do the command.
Oh no, one of you.
oh,
Only one of you rolls this.
That's a 15 for me.
good.
The other you can assist the other person, but one's the main roller here.
Okay, I'll assist you.
Focus
Yeah,
in
I can assist him with
xenobiology,
command, right?
computers, astrophysics, psionics, or diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Oh, really? That's.
I think he's asking for a tip.
Take a fed for an extra dice.
Sure.
We don't have any momentum. Oh,
Nice.
I rolled twice because it was coming up. It lagged a bit.
Yep. So yeah, you get no momentum because you quash.
No. That wasn't. That last one wasn't right. I clicked it twice on accident.
The one
Oh,
above
whoops.
my
Sorry.
roll.
You're right. Yep. Well, I'm taking the second one because it makes me happy.
Oh.
So, yeah, he's asking for a tip.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're not giving him one means he's not going to do anything to help. Cutting into his profits, that's entirely what he's trying to do. In fact, he's supposed to try.
Mr. Graham,
Yes.
there are no pockets in this EV suit.
Untrue. You have several pockets in an EV suit, especially in Starfleet issue ones.
Which
In
are
fact,
all
the funny thing is,
filled-
you are using Klingon ones.
which are
Yes.
all
EVA
filled,
suits.
Klingon suits don't have pockets.
and
I will-
the ones that are filled with standard issue equipment. However, once we reach our destination, I would be more than glad to compensate you on any help you can provide
Or
with us
if you,
reaching the Daemon.
or you could give us, say, access to Starfleet networks, and we could.
Transfer it into your account.
Yes, we could transfer it into your account.
Either way, may I step off this pad?
Of course. You walk into a force field.
I'm still on the pad.
You're like, he laughs as you kind of bounce off. You take no damage because you're in an dong, and your EVA suit warns you you've run into a force field.
Very funny, Mr. Grub.
He taps a button and the force field comes down.
I'm glad you have a sense of humor.
Yes. So,
Some people are very bland.
I know. Give me presence command difficult opposed to try to get him, because you have convinced him that you could pay him if you give him communications access. And actually, even if you were trying to lie to him, you're not wrong. That's actually a way to pay people. It's just getting access to central computer
need our
and
bank
identifying
access.
yourself.
We need our bank access.
He's like, oh yeah, I could totally hook you up with bank, but you have to convince him. So it's opposed because he wasn't told he could take payment. He was hoping for you to have Latinum on hand, and you don't. But if you convince him, he might let you get access to a computer because that is a way to get money
Mhm.
from Starfleet people. You can exchange credits for platinum even. I mean, you need a lot of credits to do it, but you know, you're Starfleet people. You probably have a lot.
And probably on Andon, since we have Ferengi, they probably provide some platinum too, wouldn't they?
You probably have a small like deposit, like an actual
Yeah.
like deposit of platinum sitting somewhere.
Yeah, because we have Ferengi traders and things all around the station.
Yeah.
Is the station even still there? We don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
Could I assist with that?
Sure, but his friend gets to assist as well.
Mm.
One moment.
Sure.
What the?
But I want to use a determination on that.
I don't think I have a value. Always there to lend a hand or problem solver.
I'll take
I guess
problem.
this is no
Actually, always
problem.
ready to lend a hand. That counts if you're actually intending to pay him.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay him
Okay, good.
if he follows through on his word, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yes, of course. Roll. Okay,
That's better.
slightly.
I'm guessing a focus in diplomacy would work here.
Yes, it would actually.
I rolled it, just not. Give it a second.
There it goes.
There it is.
I don't know. How about I take your suits? Then that way I'll have a deposit.
I see no issue in that.
You would have to provide us with other clothing.
Oh wait, yeah, I am in my swimming trunks.
We've been in this space. We've been in this suit for quite a while.
Let's finish one transaction at a time, Starfleet.
Oh no, that's a stipulation.
You won't like the smell.
Fine then. No computer access. You'll wait for the diamond like he ordered me to.
Okay.
Really?
I'm fine with it if Bane's fine with it.
Is he bluffing?
No, he seems genuine. He's been eyeing your suits all the time.
No,
Because
like,
they were Klingon.
bluffing
They're actually
about-
fairly well armored. He likes them. He was, and he's now got you at that moment. In that this whole time he was trying to get the suits off you.
But is he bluffing about the fine? Wait for the daemon, or is he like, well, I might, about the just give us another outfit and you can have them kind of thing?
He's not bluffing about him not supposed to give you thing. You don't get that sense. Acting like he's not supposed to
Okay.
give you access, and you're basically bribing him. You've now clued in that he's not asking for a tip now. He's asking you
He
to
wants the
bribe him
suits.
to let him
Gotcha.
use the the computer when you're not supposed to.
Mr. Grimm, I would be glad to give you our suits. Oh, am I muted?
No, I hear you.
Oh, it says I was muted. I would be glad to provide you with our EV suits in exchange for simple clothing and access to the network, which I could then make it worth your while.
For a momentum, he'll give you clothes as well.
Okay.
Because you're kind of the complication you're taking to beat him is to lose the Eva suit. But if you spend a momentum, you're basically opportunity cost buying clothes off him.
Makes sense. Ferengi vessel makes sense.
So he, out of fairness, once you've hammered that out and he understands what you mean, he goes over to a replicator, replicates some clothes, which are in your exact size, because, well, one of the functions of a Ferengi teleporter is getting your measurements down.
Of course.
And he offers both of you Ferengi-style clothing in your size, of course. Lots of gold and silver bits on it.
It's better than
nothing.
It's better than these beach clothes I've been wearing for the past 3 weeks.
I've been in this.
Them rank.
If we had replicators, what's wrong with you?
We had them for like 3 days.
That's 3 days. I'm not. Never mind. I don't want to ask.
So
After
after you give over your Eva suits and he stores them away and locks them up.
Now, I believe we have an appointment with the daemon.
You wanted access to the computer, did you not? To the network?
Very well.
Leba. Have a suit. It's your size. He hands him one of the Eva suits. Oh, you should go try it on somewhere. Like now. Oh, yeah. Eyeing the suit and just wanders off. All right, Starfleet, I would hurry. Lebar is dumb, not blind. He taps at the console.
I activate the console. Activate the thing, go to the thingy.
Go to the console. Yeah, you see a
Yep.
panel. Lots of buttons.
I activate it. Pull up
It's
the
on.
Federation Exchange thing.
Yep.
Now, Mr. Grimm, about that meeting with the Daemon.
Yes.
I'm sure you would need some incentive to bump that timetable up to now.
Yes, a expedited processing fee.
Exactly. Do you have a standard fee?
Give me opposed. Presence plus command or con.
Command.
Can I assist as well?
Sure, you can help haggle it. You can help with the haggling.
Persuasion.
Sure.
Diplomacy?
Sure. He gets a free die because now
So
he's
good at
bargaining with.
this. Exactly. Now I roll good. Really?
I'm gonna have to. Normally, my rate would be about 10 slips, but
11.
you don't have a starship, and I did take your phasers. How about we make it a bar? Which will basically cost you one threat because you're basically paying him way more money than you should really be giving to some Ferengi who is basically threatening you, but whatever.
Did he
This
take our disruptors?
Oh yeah, you don't have any weapons on you when you look
Okay.
down.
This dude has made quite a profit.
Yeah.
The type 1s, type 2s, disruptors.
And actually, the way he's wording it, he's trying to make it sound like you're going to give him weapons and the bar.
We're gonna give him what?
The weapons that he beamed off you.
Uh,
You're going to give those over and the bar of Latin.
I was expecting he could first back anyways.
Yeah. Is it a problem that he has those Starfleet weapons?
Yeah, kinda.
I see. The Klingon don't really matter because he can get those on the black market, but the Starfleet ones is a problem.
Well, it would be construed as trading in arms,
Mm.
but maybe you can explain that to the Jag when you see them. Hey, extenuating circumstances.
They were stolen.
They were stolen. That makes it better.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
We did not give permission for them to be beamed off of our persons.
But that seems to be the complication.
Okay.
He's willing to help you, but he's gouging.
We can deal with the treason charges later.
Yes. Fine. 115. How much is a bar?
One threat worth, basically. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, but
But
like
you,
add strips.
yeah, off the top of my head, I like to think that it's 100 strips to a bar.
Oh shit. 20 strips, no more, and you can keep the disruptors. However, unless you want trouble with Starfleet if they scan your vessel, we need to destroy the
Ooh.
phasers or give them back.
You asked for my price, Starfleet. That is the price. What I do with my
Now
wares
I'm
is my
haggling.
business. Right now, he's not. You tried to haggle, you
I
tied.
failed. Oh, okay.
You can try again, but he'll basically have one success for free because he beat you at least once. But you can try again. You can keep haggling with him because he'll happily haggle. It just makes his
I
makes his
don't
day
want him
easier.
to keep the phasers.
You can try. He basically he'll have 3 dice and he has 1. But you could try again.
How about
Until the
bar?
diamond gets him to stop, he'll haggle with you happily.
1 bar, 15
No, no.
leave the phasers.
Okay, so what are you trying to bargain? What are you trying to get from him?
I'm bargaining. Hold on. 15 strips. You give us the phasers back, and we won't mention to your Daemon that extra profit you're excluding him from on the disruptors. Oh, and maybe a suit or two.
You only had the 2 suits. Don't fool me,
Exactly.
Starfleet.
Wait, I'm gonna
You just
listen.
gave me the suits.
I was with Spain. We have other debris field to tell them about.
Huh?
We blew up other ship. We can tell them what that is.
Oh. Plus 5 ships give back phases. What mission disruptors? Yes.
And how about another debris field?
What other debris field? Do you mean the Klingon ship we found you near? Full of experimental cowcat crystals?
I really hope you didn't beam any of those on board. That's why our ship blew up.
Our diamond is a wise diamond.
Good.
We're leaving that well enough alone. Not worth the trouble.
Is very smart.
Yes. I'm willing
Yeah.
to negotiate the particulars of these terms, Starfleet. So it's a roll again. No increase in complication, increase in difficulty, because it's not unreasonable what you're asking.
I'm gonna give you a threat for 3rd dice.
Okay. He's gonna spend both the threat
Uh-huh.
because he has to buy the 4th die.
Okay.
He doesn't have to, but that's how much it costs him.
Are you assisting again?
Yeah, I'll assist again.
Come on, dice. Okay. So yeah, he's getting 20 subs, I think. We get our phasers back, and we don't tell the Damon he has disruptors, so he doesn't have to split the profit.
All of our money. It's a die again.
What?
No, he has one bonus one
Oh,
from the
Oh
year earlier.
shit! Yes. Damn it. Okay. Getting fucking gouged just to talk to the guy.
Well, I think I could tell the Diamond you're trying to bribe one of his most loyal officer. And he might. And you were transporting cowcat crystals. Maybe you're slavers. Slavery is against the law in the Federation. I should report this.
Just gonna like rub my temple.
But
Bane, I'll pay half. You pay half.
Very well, Mr. Grimm. 1 bar.
I don't know. My price just went up to 2. He wants 2 threats instead of 1. Because you lost this roll and you kind of lost the last one.
I'm gonna press the comm panel and call the Damon. Because I'm at the panel.
You can try. Give
Can I
me daring engineering difficulty of hold on.
I don't think this is a good idea. Okay.
It might not be.
Actually, no, it's opposed. I take that back because there's people who are watching the system. I take that back. It'd be daring engineering, but you're opposed against the crew of the ship.
This is a bad idea.
Just pay the man.
2 bars?
And I keep the phasers and the disruptors. You know, so I can
Oh.
turn them into the proper authority.
And you keep the phasers.
I'll turn them in, I promise.
I hope so. That will be in our log.
Yes.
Of course.
We'll deal with the tribunal once we get back.
He laughs.
2 bars. Oh my god, fine.
For 3 bars, I'll have a lawyer for you. I know someone.
That's pretty cheap for a lawyer.
Yeah.
This must be a shitty lawyer.
Well, he is my cousin.
Oh, yes.
You're getting a discount.
Oh my god, fine. 2 bars.
Oh,
I don't want to piss off the. I have a feeling this might make this dude hostile, because he's losing a lot of profit. I don't
Yeah.
want to make him hostile yet.
All right then. Follow me. I'll take you to the diamond.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, when he goes out the door, before he's, I'm just gonna make sure we have everything else.
Huh? Oh, all your standard gear is gone.
Motherfucker. Recon badge?
Combat?
Yep.
Gone? My
Yup.
pad?
Yep.
Motherfuckers.
Oh.
That's what the tooth right at the top of the.
Okay.
They didn't want to take the suits because that would have been a little too obvious.
I
You
should
might have clued in that you were being robbed.
As I look at my chest, I walk out of the door and say, motherfuckers. And my bag, did they take the whole bag or did they just, oh my god.
Oh. We need those back.
Can
And
we
new
file
scene.
those under, like, I don't know, operations cost?
Yeah, but the pads have intelligence on them.
Yeah, I know, that's a problem.
We need those back.
Damn it. Maybe we should Magnus this.
Whoops.
Maybe we should just pay them for our stuff back.
We should have diff 5.
And Dr. or Commander Ryan, you and your child step into a laboratory space.
What kind of lab? You said this was like an astrometric.
Yeah, it's an astrometric lab. There's the 4 quadrants of the main lab, and with various panels and so on all around. In the center seems to be a ladderway that leads up out of the way, and it's also where a supervisor would look down on the astrophysicists to make sure they're doing their work.
Going to go to one of the consoles and attempt to try and contact the Tina Min.
As you move up to one of the consoles, up in the watching well, if you will, is a very old Romulan. Why, hello, Commander.
Oh. Hello, Admiral. So lovely to see you again. Glares daggers at him.
I'm sure it is. Now, one last chance.
Weren't you a commander, though, not that long ago? I mean, Admiral's a big step up for you.
Some of us actually have ambition in life, unlike you.
Oh, I have plenty of ambition.
Let me try this again. He draws a disruptor and points it at your little girl. She kind of freezes. Leave, or I'm breaking my toy and going home.
He's up.
He's up. He's basically effectively 2 zones away from you.
So long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly draw the phaser and shoot him.
Okay. Control security. Difficulty of 2. 3.
Spending one of my save milestones. Oh, timing is everything. That was from the episode. Or was it the venomous connection? Yeah, I think it was the venomous connection where I threw a snowball and knocked a certain someone out.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Spending that on the value, I will do anything for family.
Yep.
Focus. Take a threat, and this is going to be intense. Charge for intense.
Okay.
Well, it's 3. I didn't aim. I couldn't have.
I'll just take that as threat for some reason.
That is not right. Oh, that's 3 short.
Okay. Freaking ow. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stress.
Just went for vicious shit.
You shoot him. He falls over. Falls somewhat out of view.
It's intense, so it's 3 for him to stay out.
Oh no, he's not staying up.
Okay, just saying. KO, stop! And she just runs after her.
She literally just, you shoot him, she pokes and runs like heck back the way she came. Fitness plus security, difficulty of 0. She moved effectively 2 zones away. If you want to catch her, you have to either match the amount of zones she got, or you're gonna have to exceed it. Otherwise, she's gonna start going down corridors. And you're gonna have to search for her. Right now, you're trying to keep up with her. She's trying to warp away, as it were. But it's crawling away, so not as dramatic.
I'm gonna spend the determination earned from my normal milestone to gain a point of determination from choice of vacation. When we were on Ryza, and she was running away.
Yep, I'll take it.
Spending that determination. A mother-daughter bond is unbreakable.
Okay.
So that's 4. Should be enough momentum to get there. Catch up to her.
Right, basically spend to match her, and whoop. You're able to catch up to her. She's crawling. She's trying to crawl as fast as she can.
Kalo, it's okay. The Admiral's, he's down. He's unconscious.
Oh, I thought he shot you.
No, I got him. It's everything's okay. But we have to hurry before he wakes up again.
Oh, y- oh, okay.
Should have killed him. Out of game. But come on, let's go. We have to get to a console.
She follows after you as you get to a console.
Yes, I'm gonna attempt to contact the Tiananmen from here.
This will be control engineering. Difficulty of a number higher than 0. I'm being very helpful, I know. Diff 3.
I'd like to spend another put up my normal milestones, get a point of determination. I think timing is everything. Or is it the flooding? Might be the flooding.
The flooding?
Yeah, from that episode.
Oh, there it is.
Is that okay?
It is, yeah. I was checking my summary of it. Because I forgot the episode. I was like, gee, that's why I write the summary. That's for my sake as much as yours.
I'm spending that point of determination to be able to use. I am a doctor, not an engineer, so I could use my medicine score in place.
Okay.
This task. And then I'm going to spend 2 momentum and 1 threat to roll 4 dice.
2 momentum. This is the Tiananmen. We lost contact with you, Commander. Where did you go?
There's something over here. You need to hurry and beam 3 of us out. The Admiral is in this room with us. He's currently unconscious. Along with the child is with me.
Don't move. I'll try to get you out of there. Can she take a momentum for an extra die?
Yeah.
Doop.
This seems very important.
She beamed you 2 a pad, so gain the momentum back. As the pair of you are beamed to a pad on the Tiananmen.
Did the Admiral beam over?
Did you ask her to beam the Admiral over?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And an unconscious Romulan lying on the ground. He kind of beams in. He's beamed in laid over because she knew well enough to go, let's not beam him standing up. He'll just fall over.
And
I mean, I would have beamed him standing up to watch him fall over.
And she kind of grabs her daughter, goes over the pad, and goes, "We need a security team to take the Admiral into custody." She's backs away from the thing, just pointing her phaser at the Admiral in case he wakes up.
And that. What happened elsewise on the Tiananmen, Dr. Ryan? is another story. But for now, she is reunited with her daughter, and the Admiral taken into custody. Which leaves us with Bane and Jackson, who are now trying to not get robbed even further.
I just want to get off of this ship.
We need our stuff back first. At least one of our
do.
things back.
Need all of it back, or they're destroyed.
We need one thing back. Everything else is disposable at this point.
We just paid this dude like 2 years' salary.
Don't worry, as soon as we get back to the Federation, it won't matter. I hope.
True. We'll be in jail.
Jail is better than this situation.
Federation jail, true. And Federation's though else New Zealand, so
Exactly. New Zealand's
Yep.
pretty nice.
Oh,
this
New
time of
Zealand,
year.
of course, so down one momentum. Bane and Jackson. Grim leads you into a rather long, large, elaborate chamber. Where a much older and much more richly, and one might say decadently, but that's a bit judgy, outfit at the long of this corridor. Various bits of equipment and art and, well, finery decorate the walls. Here they are, Diamond. Yes, go away, Grim. Of course. And you kind of see him. As he walks away, he takes some slips out of his coat and slips them into a little head of a Ferengi next to the door before he leaves. And then the door closes shut.
You have some nice art.
Thank you. I'm a bit of a collector, you see.
So you're Damon Modak. It's nice to finally be able to speak with you in person.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
I require... Where are you going? More appropriately, what is the nearest starbase to your course, which you could drop us off at?
I could stop by Starbase 234. That is on my way.
I see. And then what would be our ETA until we reach Starbase 234?
Let me see. He brings up he starts tapping at a computer next to him, which looks to be like a large ball and various
Yeah.
lights on it.
Is there a room between us, or is this just...
It's a very long chamber.
Oh.
It's huge. Like,
I'm
put
gonna
it this
stop-
way. Bridges
stop-
take up two, usually are split into the front half and the back half.
Right.
This thing is 3 zones big. This thing's stupid long.
I
A
don't
ready
know.
room is 1. Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Oh.
You try to walk forward, you run into a force field.
Oh, well, I'll just yell then.
Hey, can we come closer? We don't like yelling.
You might
It's
be able to hear
disrespectful.
well, but we can't.
Low atmosphere will do that to you.
It's fine. I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Very well.
Feel free to enjoy the view of my works. As you see, most of his art is in the central chamber.
Oh, did you make those? They're very nice.
What did you say again?
Did you make them?
No, I purchased them like any good Ferengi would.
They're very nice, yes. You have good tastes.
Yes, I have taken to accruing lost and salvaged Federational and Klingon material. Very profitable these days, I hear.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
I assume we're not really that great with commerce ourselves.
No, you are not. You're quite terrible at it, actually. It would be about, well, I'd have to think about it, but he points behind you. I'm gonna need a processing fee.
Do you have a computer we can access?
Oh yes, you are of an uncivilized culture without latinum. Stick your thumb into the mouth and it will scan your biometrics. You'll have to
Sound. That
That's
makes
dangerous.
absolute sense.
Yeah. I'll go up and stick my thumb in the mouth.
You feel it clamp down on your. It bites, quote unquote. It bites down because it's holding your thumb in place.
Yeah.
Now say your name out loud so it knows who you are.
You, Joel Jackson?
You see a little the top of the head becomes a display, and it shows that you will have to pay 2 slips of platinum, which won't cost you any opportunity. It's such a small amount I'm talking about.
I'll click the transfer payment button, if there is one. What do I have to do to put the payment in?
Yep, you just kind of tap yes on the. You press the affirmative button rather than the negative button. And then the display disappears and it lets go of you. About 8 days, he says, the minute the money goes through.
Very well. And during that 8 days, I'm assuming we will be again, as your first officer said, placed in the stowaway quarters.
Yes, you were found amongst Klingon wreckage.
As I told you on the comms, we were on vacation.
Yes, on vacation with Cowcat slavers, it seems.
Well,
Very interesting choice of companions you have, Starfleet.
we could tell you the story, but there would have to be a processing fee.
Ah, now I'm listening.
We need our comm badges and data pads back. At least one comm badge back as a down payment.
Did you know Starfleet pays a bounty on turning in slavers to their security? It's an incentive to ensure safer tradeways, you see. I'm sure they would pay an even higher price for Starfleet officers.
Bane, I need to help you. I don't even know what to say. I got myself in a mess.
I'm sure they would. Until we spoke with them, they
Yeah.
would immediately retract your payment. As the story is something they'd like to hear as well.
Ah, so I should change course toward Romulan space.
Oh,
That seems to be
Romulans-
more profitable.
Possibly. However, do you really believe the Romulans won't betray you?
Of course they'll try, but I have good friends, and you are not good friends of mine yet.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, but maybe we can be.
Uh,
Maybe.
Shit. Possibly. Hmm.
Maybe you don't want to be transported to Starfleet. It would make a slaver's life difficult. Yes?
I see.
Perhaps I take you to Narendra 3. Klingons like Starfleet. And maybe you can, after some trade is done, I could do you a favor. He smiles, all his teeth showing. I'm nice like that. And get you passage back to, well, wherever it is slavers go. And I might even forget you're here. I just found some salvage after all, and I'm not compelled to turn over my logs to Starfleet after all.
I see. Well, in that case, if you turn us over to the Klingons or the Romulans, we won't be able to do business in the future.
Yes.
We are Starfleet officers. We have access to a myriad of equipment and trading locations. After all, good customers are as rare as latinum.
Wait. Why are you trying to get arrested by Starfleet?
Trying to get arrested.
They're trying to get arrested. Who said that?
I'm negotiating with my friendly Ferengi.
So where is it you want to go?
Starbase. What was it? 234?
The closest starbase that's
No.
convenient to you.
It was Starbase 234, right? Isn't 123 the other way?
Yeah.
But we told them that's where we'd be.
Damn, man, I don't want to go the other way.
And to give you an idea, because you guys would, this is a known corridor to most Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he wants to go. This is the closest one to you. You guys are basically here somewhere.
Oh, that's a pretty big distance.
You're out here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's like going, I'm going this way.
So he's
like,
going
well,
right past 234.
Well, he's gonna head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be heading through there because this is the safe corridor to go through.
Well, Starbase 123 is the nearest starbase, and we have already contacted them and alerted them to our arrival.
Yeah.
Yes, but last I heard, this is not a Federation vessel.
It is not.
Yes,
However,
but
we would be more than glad to pay for our transport to Starbase 123,
Wolfengrad.
as well as your recovery fee, of course, for rescuing us.
Certainly, I will be generous, and I won't even charge you a single bar. I will simply take all of your personal effects. That seems fair.
Can we buy off? Why don't we negotiate? You can have most of it, and we'll also throw in a few bars, maybe, if any case. If you give us back our data pads.
I will certainly give you back your data pads. You should have those at least. The rest I'll keep.
The rest being...
Yeah.
He begins to fiddle with what appears to be a small golden ball. And he starts pressing buttons on it, and he doesn't answer you. He's just fiddling with some toy he has on his desk.
I'll put my thumb back in the head.
It clamps down.
Does anything come up? Oh,
A
I say
display
my name.
pops up.
I
you
say
your
my name. Yep.
A display pops up. It shows a numeric pad type prompt because it's not. He hasn't told it to look for a specific number, so it has like symbols for numbers, different denominations of money. Although it seems to be default to Latinum, because no kidding.
Yeah.
I guess I'll throw in 2 bars. No, not 2 bars. 2 strips, because that's what he wanted last time.
You put in 2 strips.
Yep.
It doesn't let go of your thumb. It doesn't pay, but it doesn't accept the payment. You press the affirmative button, and actually no, when you press it in, you press in 2 strips, and an affirmative button does not come up. It seems to be a process. You see what seems to be a processing at the bottom.
I'll keep on adding more until I press the confirm button.
You keep adding, and it looks like you're staring at what? Hold on. The computer processes, because if you just keep adding, I'm starting to wonder how much he's gonna. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
I don't know how much he wants. I haven't done a thingy.
Well, okay. So what you can do, and this is what's going to start the social conflict, and this is a fight of a sort.
No.
Because when you start adding in bricks And you-
Wait, what?
What?
and it occurs to you, Jackson, that this is insane. You get like one brick is like, well, that's a little pricey, but you could probably bite the bullet and suffer that. But it doesn't give you the affirmative button. On chance you put in 5 just to see if it will start processing. No. On chance you put in 10, you don't touch the affirmative button because that pops up in a hurry. You're like, that's an insane amount of money and would effectively give me 10 threat, and that will probably lead to other things happening, and you know that. So you might want to. I assume some social haggling is going to go back and forth, so he's not charging you 10 goddamn bricks.
Yes.
I
Like
hope
that's an
so.
insane amount of
Yeah.
money. You could afford it, but it will create problems down the road. You know it will. No one asks for that much money unless they're doing something rather nefarious, or they're buying a ship or something silly. Like that's like he's asking for a ludicrous amount of money. So that all said, you get to start the fight because, as it were, well, you realize that he's going to charge you a lot of money.
We're bad at this.
Yes.
Starfleet should really teach us about, commerce more.
Okay. That's way too much. Divide that by 12, add 2, then multiply by 6, then divide by 16. I'm trying to confuse them. I want to use science somehow.
Do you have baffling briefing?
No.
I will take science at complication 5.
Oh, no. I would still I'd be getting successes at it.
And it'd be and it's actually this is you're opening an argument. The difficulty is 3 to negotiate this number.
Can I assist?
Oh, you'll have your own turn.
Oh, great.
Okay. Should I use a determination on this?
I just want to get off of this shit.
Wait, I have positive reinforcement still.
That's a source of determination.
I would like to use my positive reinforcement.
Toward what value?
First the handbook and wrote my own. The handbook does not say anything about hanging with Frankie.
Not specifically, no. I mean, it does have a commerce chapter, but you know.
Yeah, I didn't read that. Yep, I'll use that 1 momentum to also buy a dice.
But you'll need to give me a threat as well because you're buying a second die.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Then.
Okay.
I won't do that.
We're fighting the Ferengi with their best pot. They're so good at this.
1, 2, 3, 4. You actually gain a momentum. You can roll 3 challenge dice worth of stress damage.
Okay, let's see what comes up. Should I use a momentum to over 2?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll use momentum to over 2.
Okay.
At this point, I think we're arguing over the fact that.
Oh, it. Oh, I forgot to click enter. That's why. Yep.
I'm taking the first 2, so effectively 2 stress is being done.
Great.
Turn goes back to him unless you're swift task.
If you want to.
Or
I
keeping the
don't-
initiative. Sorry.
I don't know what's happening. Are they
You're
just
basically throwing,
arguing
you're
back and
shooting,
forth?
in essence, you're shooting arguments at each other, and it's whichever side runs out of stress or gets injured, it basically gets demoralized
Injury,
enough that
so
they
it's
basically
still
give up.
5?
Hmm?
So it's like still 5 stress. It's like a conflict.
5 stress to cause an
injury?
injury.
Okay, like a social injury.
It's a
Okay.
social injury, yeah.
It's possible.
No.
You know that time I talked down the fleet captain? That's exactly
it's
what
that.
this is.
Okay. No, we don't have the momentum to keep it. So
I still have positive reinforcement, so I can use that again next round.
Well, you could do it, but you'd have to give one momentum if you wanted to keep the initiative or have Jackson Swift task it.
But my concern is, are we arguing over what he's gonna? We're not negotiating. We're just getting the guy to talk, right? This
You're
all
trying to.
started to just get him to tell us what he wanted, right?
Well, right now he's trying to keep all of the stuff that you have.
Right.
He'll take you to a starbase and all that fun stuff, but he wants to keep all your things, and he's caught on that you guys are willing to pay an insane amount of money to get it back, and he's taking advantage of you. So you're trying to talk him into like, no. No, we don't really want it. It's we could pay you this or give you this instead.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Okay.
I was confused. I thought this was just to get him to tell us what he wanted, not, to actually keep them.
Join Federation. Maybe.
Presence, command.
Well, what are you trying? What's your argument in this case? Jackson tried to math at it and said, "Hey, here's some numbers. I'll pay you." He tried to baffle it a little bit.
I would like to convince him that if he is to return us our pads, what did we initially offer him? Just the pads and the comm badges?
I just wanted a comm badge back.
Sure, if he gives us back our comm badges, I would be glad to compensate him on those losses and an additional compensation for his hassle.
So you want to buy from him just your comm badges, none of the nothing else?
That's what I wanted as well.
Is it just one pad? It's just one pad, right?
It's effectively just one pad, yeah.
No, I want my pad that has my hologram on it.
Oh.
No, my comm badges, the comm badges and the pad.
Just go for the pad then, because that still has information.
But then I don't want them to have the information.
They can't break the encryption.
Both pads?
I'm being nice and saying they only had the one pad, and they copied it into the two badges. Otherwise, it's gonna it'll cost them to get the other pad. But you could compensate him for that. So you're basically saying he can keep the guns, he can keep all the salvage, keep your suits.
Yep.
He can keep going the way he wants.
And we can tell him the location of the last ship that we blew up.
Oh, so he's not going to take us to 1, 2, 3.
He's going to take unless you want him to take. Do you want to?
That'll make it harder.
I don't want to be stuck on this ship for 8 days.
So you're looking at.
Do I know ETA to 1, 2, 3 on this type of ship? It's pretty fast.
Assuming warp 9.
Well, they might not want to waste the money to go that fast.
Well, that's like most decent ships. Like a Decorah is actually a pretty speedy ship. You're looking at it's where you are now.
Right?
You're looking at maybe 4 or 5 days,
and then 8 days the other way.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to get a runabout or another ride off. No, I want to get to 1, 2, 3. The fastest way off of this ship. The fastest way off of this ship is 1, 2, 3, I believe, right? But it's the other way.
Oh no, the fastest way is in a
escape pod.
Like he'll give you a escape pod and let you be picked up by somebody else.
I don't want to do that either.
If we get a comm badge and get thrown out in an escape pod, that's fine with me. Someone else can pick us up. Maybe we'll be happier.
You can attempt to argue that.
No, I don't want to argue that.
Okay.
I want to go to 1, 2, 3. Because that's the closest starbase, right? That's the fastest way to get to Federation starbase.
Okay, so you're trying to say, okay. It's going to be present.
For his time lost. You know what? Here, just have all your bars out of character.
Well, you can end the trade right now and give him 10 bars.
So just if we get him down, can we haggle him down to slightly less?
4 bars.
Have we already Been able to.
Sorry, what?
4 bars to take us to Starbase 1, 2, 3, and our comm badges and our pad.
You can try. So give me presence command difficulty of 3, because you're basically trying to get him to do. This is exactly what the argument's about. It's trying to not to get. You're trying to not have him gouge you to death, or realize that he's actually honestly, and this is the thing you're trying to make sure he doesn't know. It's actually worth way more to him if he just turns you over to the Romulans or something, or to like
No.
Orions.
But
He would make so much more money than just taking your money.
But then he does he knows Starfleet knows he has us, right?
Yeah, but he's in the middle of open space right now.
That's fair. That's fair. But then if we just randomly go missing, who do you think they blame?
Oh, him, but you know, he just doesn't
Fair,
have to go back.
fair.
He just has to avoid Federation space.
So presence command, what now? What's my difficulty? Is opposed.
3.
Difficulty 3. I'm gonna. We don't have a here. Stop it. A threat for 3rd dice.
Say again, sorry.
A threat for 3rd dice.
Okay.
Maybe we can be recompensated because it's Starfleet. I don't know. Screw it. Fuck. I don't have a spotlight where I've negotiated. Can I spin on the mission? Like
The mission is to get all this stuff back. You don't want to lose
Yeah,
anything.
can I spend on that? Like determine a milestone like on that?
Well, what milestone? Because the milestone has to be relevant to what you're doing.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
uh,
I don't have a milestone that I was negotiating with the Ferengi.
So it sounds like a whiff, and
It's a
with
whiff.
complication. Yep. I'll take 2 threat because you whiffed. His turn.
Great.
He implies and talks about. He never directly threatens you, but he talks about how much money it's worth for 2 Trill, one that's joined, and actually that's 3 people, and certain less scrupulous people would pay great money for that, especially in parts.
Yep. Okay.
And he's gonna spend, and he is going to. This time you get to oppose. He gets to spend activated ability. He's gonna hit both of you.
oh,
But you get to oppose this roll. He's rolling presence con.
Every minute talking with this person, no, with anyone on the ship, I get closer and closer to following Magnus's path.
focus in diplomacy.
Yeah,
Persuasion.
yeah,
It's opposed.
yeah.
What are we rolling to oppose? The same things we did on the last check.
AB presence con. Well, AB presence. Actually, sorry, it's presence security. Because he's
Oh, sweet.
threatening. I just realized it's different.
I'm better at that.
Me too. Not really. Better than
He's-
at con.
He's gonna buy himself 2 extra dice.
Great.
Good for him. I'm just gonna. Shit.
Oh God,
Shit.
no. Oh no. Well, thankfully, that's just 3 hits. So he beat Jackson. He beat Bane. And the lowest of the 2, the better of he only gains 2. He doesn't get he doesn't get to profit, as it were, off of both of you. He's gonna roll 5 challenge dice because security's not his best die. To be fair,
How many challenge dice?
5.
Oh shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's an injury.
Yep.
We have to spend to stay in the combat. We don't have anything to spend.
Be 2 threat per.
Is this actual stress?
It's actual stress, yep. Because eventually you're like, you know what? I give up. I'm not even gonna argue with this guy anymore. But But if you spend the 2, you're gonna, man, you want to, but you're gonna push through and try anyway. You might even start yelling because you're starting to get frustrated.
I just want to get off of this ship.
Can we just pay him? Can we just pay?
You could, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
How much would we have to pay him? Does he told us a price just to take us there and shut up?
At this point, you're looking at 14 threat.
Oh my god. 14 bars?
Well, yeah, the price went up because you argued with him. Now he's doing processing fees. He lists off a bunch of BS reasons he's charging you more. He's totally ripping you off
Jesus Christ.
because he knows he can get away with it now.
Okay, it's either that or the Federation approves because of the important data, I think. So,
Oh my god. So for 14 bars, he takes us where we're going, where we want to go, and he gives us our shit back.
Totally.
And he doesn't put us in the stowaway room.
Sure.
$14 threat. Are we gonna end it after that?
just do it. Just do it. We'll split it between both of us, so it's both of our faults, whatever happens.
Fine. Whatever. I'm just gonna go to Rise. I'm retiring to Rise after that.
After much debating, and eventually you just tell a ludicrous amount of money. 2 of you get to leave, spending all the threat, by the way.
Wait, what?
Oh god. Fuck.
We're dead.
Whatever. It's. I think the
Well,
GM has
and
successfully
here's one.
social conflicted me.
A Romulan's face appears, and Damon says,
God damn it.
"Yes, I was able to get all the data in time. I think you'll enjoy the data I have. I will have to give you a discount, though. I can't give you the originals. Another party has purchased them, you see. But you will get a copy for yourself." "That's not what we agreed, Ferengi." "Well, I could go to the Klingons. Fine." Sticks his thumb on something. "Very well. Thank you for business. This has been a very profitable day." And in the end, Bane and Jackson are indeed transported.
I have a new value. Can you guess what it is?
All the way back to Starbase 123.
Involves
Even-
disliking the Ferengi.
He takes off.
Do we have our stuff?
Yes.
Does it still have the data on it?
Yes.
It's been copied.
And sadly, you're both detained by Starfleet security with many questions regarding your suspicious activities in Klingon space, the reports of the Ferengi for your activities found near a Klingon ship with Kelket on it, and, well, let's just say these 2 officers will be talking with Starfleet security for months on end.
I was gonna quit Starfleet anyways.
Whether they quit Starfleet or they're managed to be convinced to stay is another story.
I feel
But
like
for now, it would
Doc-
appear that the crew of the Artemis, the ship of the Artemis, have been, well, they've had a rather interesting time.
We've seen better days.
Does the data get to Starbase 21 at
It
least?
does. It does eventually, yes, because it does get into Star. Oh, Dr. Ryan probably is going to get them out of that, but she has her own story to tell before she can meet up with Jackson and Bane again. She has her own problems right now.
I was kind of wondering if
Um,
I could just roll to, like, fix my daughter.
That is a story for another day. But for now, that is the end.
We ended out with